right, Charles, so let's go ahead and talk about the bow, because I see a lot of things going on there. Besides the strings and the pulls and the sight, I mean, the sight, obviously, you explained to me earlier, was a $400 upgrade on what's already how much to start out with?
Well, the bow itself, at the time, this is called a compact compound bow.
Okay.
And basically, this type of bow is used for hunting. The target bows are a little bit longer than this, but I like this bow because it's easy to handle for short distances like this. So I use a single point scope, which is adjustable up and down and side to side. That way, to center your bow, you shoot 3 arrows, adjust. And then once you center it, then you don't miss much, you know.
Right.
Because it's just like a rifle scope, basically how they adjust it from the top, we adjust it from left. This is left to right, and this big one is up and down.
By the time you get to competition, when you get on the line, you're already set. You've had your practice, and are you allowed more practice attempts at that point, or is it once you hit the line you got to shoot?
No, generally they give you what you call 2 practice ends.
Okay.
3 hours each. So in that time, if you need to adjust your scope, I use a rangefinder, which I have right here, and I can look down to see where my arrows go.
Okay.
This is how you adjust the scope. Follow the arrow. Right here is a button. It makes the scope go in and out like this. Further out is for short distances.
Gotcha.
Long distances, all the way in.
Okay.
So I'm shooting 18 meters today, so I'm gonna have it pretty much all the way out.
Got it. Also, when you're shooting different distances, is that also involve selection of arrow or selection of bowstrings?
Okay, no, not the bowstrings, but you want a skinnier arrow because it fires faster. This is a 5mm arrow.
Got it.
By Eastern.
I see we got a carbon fiber.
Carbon
construction.
fiber.
And the fins on the back, how important are they, and how do they differ from indoors to outdoors?
All right, this is like a 2-inch feather, and I use them mostly.
So it's officially called a feather.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I used it for outside mostly, but you can shoot indoors. But for indoors, I prefer, this is called a 23.
Oh, I
it's
can
a
see
little
it's a thicker gauge. Huh?
Right, so it flies a little slower, and it's more accurate for indoor short range shooting. All right, first thing I do, I load the arrow. I'm shooting with a thumb trigger. So that's my shot. And the most important thing in archery is breathing. I breathe in for like 4 seconds, and then I stop breathing, relax, and shoot. That's my technique. Breathe in, then exhale, shoot.
Shoot on the exhale.
That'll keep you from shaking so much. So I'm gonna shoot another one. Always draw down and pull up like this. Release. And we call this the follow through. So you always want to just not move until after the shot is gone. That keeps your arrow straight.
Is the strongest and hardest part of the pull when you're initially pulling back before it kicks in?
Yeah, this compound bows have what you call a release. Once you pull all the way back, you're not holding all the pressure. My bow is just a 60-pound bow, but my bow is set at 49 pounds for me. My reach is 29 inches when I pull out. So everybody got a different reach because of your arm length. You know, you have to have a person to measure you. You put yourself on the wall like this, and they measure your length. That's how you adjust your string, how far the string comes back.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you can pull the string to your cheek and have your elbow straight. So mine is 29 inches. All right, I'm gonna shoot a different arrow this time. I'm gonna shoot a 5mm arrow. And it's a little bit longer than my other arrow. Okay. All right, notice that I have the string to my nose, and I got my level straight. And that's my release.
How many assistive devices are you allowed on your bow?
Okay, some people have 3. I have 2. Some people have like one of these bottom staples on each side, but I don't use that type. I like the long stabilizer in the front and the short one on the side. And right here, like I say, you got your level in the scope.
Right.
So when you're holding it and you're aiming, just say you see how the level is?
Yep.
You just take your hand and straighten it up to get in the middle. Then you know the bow is level.
All right.
And that gives you a better shot. On my target bow, I use a 36-inch stabilizer, a long one.
Because?
Because it's bow size. It's a little longer than this, so you want a longer stabilizer on it so it keep you straight.
Gotcha.
Because it's all in your wrist.
All right.
If your wrist is falling down like this, you got too much. So you want it to be stable. This one on the side keep you from doing this.
Okay.
These screws on the top right here, this is how you adjust your poundage on each end. Just say if I turn this screw a quarter round, I have to do the same for the bottom. And then you have a device that you put here, and you pull back, it tells how many pounds you're pulling.
Gotcha.
So that's how I know I got 49 pounds, because when I pull back with the device, it'll tell me what I'm pulling.
Was it a lot of trial and error to find the right poundage for you?
Yes, definitely it's trial and error, because you know, if you notice, if you are struggling to pull it back, it's too much poundage. So you want to have it where you can pull it back smooth enough where you don't struggle, so you can hold your bow straight so you can make a great shot.
And then I have to imagine too little poundage would cause the arrow to want to waver or drop.
Correct. This is what you look for in a string. If you see any fraying on the string, replace it, because they do pop and you don't want it to pop in your face.
Yeah.
So if you start seeing fraying, you get rid of it. But to keep it from fraying, we wax the string.
Yeah, I can see some wax on there.
Yeah. So I say every 3 times you use your bow, wax the string.
Okay.
And if you don't shoot that much and you store it, wax it real good to store it. Because if you don't, the string will get dried out and brittle, and you go to pull it, it will pop.
All right, so there's multiple different ways to release, but you have a trigger release. So go ahead and explain that so that people get a good notion of what it is that you do.
Okay, this is called a thumb release, and you use your thumb to release the string so you can prepare the arrow. My technique is this: because it turns, when I hook up, I can turn it so I can have my hand against my cheek. And I have another release here. You get it. Some people might not like. No, see that little handle? Yeah. This is a handle release. This is a different type of release.
Okay.
Some people like to hold it in their hands. Okay, that's all right. You can hold it like this.
Uh-huh.
And then this is your trigger, so you can fire. It rotates. So,
Do you have a preference?
So you could be. My preference is the thumb release because it's easier for me. The way I shoot, I turn it upside down so I can release it, so I can put it to my cheek. That way I can see the arrow better to make my shot and my scope.
When you first got started, were you even capable of pulling back a 49-pound pull, or is that something you had to work your way up to?
I had to work my way up to because I was shooting arrows in the trees.
Uh-huh.
Because, it's a technique. At first, you gotta just build yourself up because you don't want to be pulling something that you're struggling with. So you start off light and start off close.
How light did you start? Do you remember?
I maybe about 25 pounds, and the target was only 10 yards away. So as you progress, you go to the 18 meters or the 18 yards, which is called 20 yards.
Uh-huh.
And outside shooting, you can go up to 70 yards.
So are you pretty motivational down there at the hospital? Do you try and talk the other guys into getting involved in this?
Yeah, I actually help train people if they want to learn how to shoot. I help them out. I show them, especially guys in the chair, because I have to scrap them in because they didn't realize that they'll be leaning over. You'll hurt your neck or their back like that. So I make sure that if they're in the chair, I help scrap them in so they can make shots without hurting themselves. So I do a lot of that with my fellow veterans. They help them out.